A few days ago, we talked about how some Herztier players became friendly toward Ada Mesmer because of their relationship. Today, I was browsing Reddit and found some discussions mentioning that people actually complained to a Herztier player for not being friendly to Ada Mesmer. What a world we live in today, eh? There are people who play Herztier and expect to leave Ada unharmed. For them, attacking Ada as Herztier is a sin or simply ruins the vibes. I bet they must be single in real life. Anyway, some Herztier players really do refuse to attack Ada, and I found this whole phenomenon pretty interesting, so we're gonna yap about it. Let's go. I had once speculated that some Herztier players would be friendly towards Ada. In fact, when Emma and Leo had a matching emote released several years ago, some hunters took it personally and refused to attack Emma, since they're literally father and daughter. Instead, they decided to dance, emote, and go all out against that one Freddie Riley. The same thing actually happened with Helena and Galatea. Some people really take their unique relationship into the match, making them dance around and emote instead of trying to kill each other. The other survivors who might take this as Galatea being friendly would then be disappointed to find out that Galatea was only being friendly towards Helena and went all out towards them. My point is, this behavior isn't exactly new in IDV, but the real question now is why? Well, just like I said before, the most likely reason is their relationship. Almost everyone playing this game knows that Emil and Ada have quite a complicated love story. But it is still a love story. It's not like Jack and Rose from Titanic or, Beyonce and Jay-Z. All you need to know is that they have a relationship. And that relationship is what causes this whole phenomenon. Some people who play Herztier know their story really well and they decide to live through the characters. While this might just seem like a one-time phenomenon, it's quite interesting to think about why some people actually choose to live through the characters. I mean, think about it. Doesn't the game literally tell the hunters to chase the survivors and the survivors to run away from the hunters? Well, in a normal situation, that's exactly what would happen. But once you know the lore and start living through the characters, you might suddenly think, hey, this is BS. I'm not gonna chase Ada. I'll protect her because I'm her boyfriend. While, in fact, you're not Ada's boyfriend. It's a pixelated character named Emil who is... You just happen to be playing as him, and you happen to know his story. So while the game literally tells you to kick everyone's butt, and yes, that includes Ada, some Herztier mains who actually understand his lore might simply say, maybe I should kick my win rate instead. Apparently, the lore has become a game mechanic now because it decides which character gets to survive longer in the match. And I'm not going to say that this is necessarily weird or bad. In fact, this phenomenon has been happening for a long time, and it has even been studied by psychologists around the world. In psychology, this phenomenon has an interesting term: parasocial relationships. I'm not a psychologist, so correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the term is generally used to describe an emotional attachment someone develops towards a media figure or fictional character, even though that person or character doesn't actually know they exist. Think of it as you being a huge fan of Ryan Gosling or Zendaya or, well, this guy. Simply put, you can feel like you know someone, care about them, or even love them while they obviously can't love you back because, well, they don't even know you exist. I first understood this concept back in high school when I fell in love with my senior, by the way. Anyway, parasocial relationships usually happen with celebrities or media personalities, but they can also happen with fictional characters. If you go through social media in the IDV community, you'll see people absolutely loving Luca Balsa, Grace, Peter Rattray, and plenty of other characters. Well, that's a form of parasocial attachment. But is that necessarily a bad thing? It depends. Having an emotional attachment to a fictional character isn't automatically unhealthy. Characters can become a source of comfort, inspiration, or simply something that makes people happy. The problem is when that attachment starts interfering with your real life. If you're becoming so obsessed with a fictional character that it's seriously affecting your relationships, daily life, or emotional well-being, then yeah, we might have a problem. But otherwise, having a favorite fictional character and getting emotionally attached to them is pretty normal. In the Herztier case, this phenomenon has resulted in various reactions. The Redditor I mentioned at the beginning of the video, for example, said that they became frustrated with it because they simply wanted to practice playing Herztier. They got annoyed when people told them that they shouldn't attack Ada, when in reality, they just wanted to practice the hunter. They didn't want to ship. Well, from a gameplay perspective, I can understand the frustration. On the other hand, some people like to roleplay or simply get into character while playing him. Perhaps not attacking Ada while playing Herztier gives them some kind of comfort, while attacking her might genuinely make them feel bad. That's understandable too. But when these two principles collide, it creates a rather fascinating kind of friction. One person is thinking, "It's just a game, bro. Let me practice." While the other is thinking, "That's literally Ada. How dare you?" Frankly speaking, watching these two perspectives collide is quite astonishing. Taking a storytelling angle also gives us a new understanding of this phenomenon. This behavior might actually reflect the quality of the stories the developers have put into the game. When players become emotionally invested enough to feel like they're actually experiencing the characters' lives, their attachment can eventually influence how they play. Perhaps among all the bizarre things in Identity V's story, whether it's the timelines, the plot disasters, or whatever the hell is happening in the lore, the individual stories of these characters still have enough emotional weight to make fans resonate with them. In any case, this phenomenon, while annoying for some, can be astonishing or even satisfying for others. After all, it involves human emotion, and human emotion is quite complicated. Though, I think this phenomenon has one clear implication for the game. Some gameplay can actually be dictated by the lore. Playing as Ada might give you a small chance of not getting beaten by Herztier. It's quite a unique phenomenon in this game called Identity V. Something that might look simple on the surface, but once we dive into it, actually has a deeper meaning. What about you? Have you ever experienced a Herztier who refused to attack Ada? And would you spare Ada if you ever played as Herztier? Share what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a good day.